Every year, Thailand faces a familiar threat. Floods, once seen as part of the natural cycle. Today, floods are more intense, more unpredictable, and more destructive than ever. In cities like Bangkok, heavy rains can turn roads into rivers in just hours. Businesses shutting down, school closing, and daily life coming to a halt. In rural areas, the stories are just devastating. Floods destroying crops, kills livestock, and washing away homes. Entire communities are displaced. Floods also bring diseases. Contaminating water leads to outbreaks of illnesses. Hospital becomes overcrowded, and clean drinking water becomes scarce. Families are forced into shelters, sometimes for weeks. Children miss schools, jobs are lost, mental stress grows. Thailand is trying to adapt by building dams, floodways, and early warning systems, but with climate change, increasing rainfall, and sea levels, the challenges keep growing. Bangkok, a city of 10 million people, a city full of energy, movement, and life. But just beneath the surface is just a bustling city lies of growing threats of water. Flooding in Bangkok has become more frequent and more intense. It is no longer just a seasonal inconvenience. It is a serious growing crisis that has touched almost every part of the life there.
Well, it's pretty. It can be pretty devastating for Thailand. Thailand has, which I'm not really sure too many people are aware of, but Thailand has 2,000 miles of coastline, and that's the equivalent of going from here to Southern California, from Austin to Southern California. So that's the total coastline of Thailand, having that much coastline, and with sea levels rising, what that does is it encroaches on anything that's along the coastline, and millions of people live within just a few miles of the coastline in Thailand, and much of their industry, that's where the shipping takes place, and it's a negative effect on the country from that standpoint. Well, due to rising temperatures and to rising sea levels, having that large coastline, 2,000 miles of coastline, they're losing land. But Thailand is agricultural. That's one of its major industries, is agriculture. And what agriculture needs is some consistency in the weather. And what's happening is the floods have been more severe the last decade plus, actually a little more than a decade, and the droughts have been more severe. So they're used to droughts and they're used to flooding, but not at this level, at the levels they've had. And that just crops can't, they can't get the production out of their crops like they had in the past. Well, I think what people have to do is they have to look at it from both directions. They have to look at it globally and act locally, but then they have to look at it locally and act globally. And what the globe, everybody in the globe needs to do is remember that climate change isn't just in one area. The entire globe is affected by it. And secondly, any person can try to reduce their carbon footprint. They can reduce, reuse, recycle, try to use renewable items, things that require less electricity, less power consumption. So everybody can help, and the young people for sure are the ones that are going to be the most affected by the negative consequences from rising sea levels and rising temperatures.
Thailand is losing more than 30 square kilometers of land each year due to coastal erosion and rising sea levels, some of it permanently being underwater. The Koh Phraya Delta, where over 10 million people live, is especially vulnerable. Bangkok itself is sinking. Expert warns that large parts of the capital could be underwater by 2050. The Thai government is investing in dikes, seawalls, and mangrove restoration, but many fears these efforts may be too little and may be too late for them. Hope, however, is not lost. Communities are still fighting back with nature-based solutions and growing awareness, but the sea does not wait for them. In late 2024, Thailand's northern province were devastated by several flooding, affecting over 30,000 families across 20 provinces. The Salvation Army reported nearly 250,000 people, including 100,000 children, were impacted. Emergency relief efforts provide estimated supplies in those in need. In southern Thailand, flash floods affected over 550,000 residents, making the worst natural disasters in some areas in the 2 decades. Due to the climate change of the rising sea levels, the economic toll is estimated over 242 billion baht.